terms of size and experience for Hutchinson and Coco Ware in there is Ron Bass and his partner Pete Austin. Too big, too much behind him in there, and came out an easy victor over the team. Coco, as a matter of fact, never got in there. Coming in right now to join us, the superstar, Bill Dundee, and the king, Jerry Lawler, and we're delighted to have them out here. Jerry, Monday night, something you and Bill held a couple of times, the Southern Tag Championships, are going to be up for grabs as Latham and Ferris will be defending.
Yeah, well, rather than talk about the championships right now, I do want to talk a little bit about Latham and Ferris. I think, you know, I wasn't really feeling as bad as I do right now until I just watched a piece of film of Jackie a few minutes ago. And I feel personally responsible for this because, you see, you know as well as anybody, and all the fans know, that Jackie Fargo and I had our differences in the past. We had a lot of matches against each other. Yes. But we were able to, after put all of that stuff behind us and form what I thought was a heck of a friendship. In other words, this man was there whenever I got into a little jam, I could call on Jackie Fargo, and he would come down and help me out just like he did this time. I mean, you know, Jackie's been in the wrestling business a while, and he's saved his money, and he's got plenty of money, and he's in a position that everybody wants to be in one of these days, as to where he can wrestle because it's something he loves to do and not because it's something he has to do for a living. And he doesn't have to get out on the road and make these trips night after night and go to these towns. He just goes when he wants to. So what happened was Bill and I got in this little jam with Ferris and Latham and Davis, and I called Fargo, and he said, well, you know, I mean, I'll just tell you exactly what he said. You know, Monday nights, the baseball games are on. Jackie's a big sports fan. He likes to stay home and watch the baseball games. And he said, but I'll tell you what, you know, the baseball game is something I can see anytime. If you're in trouble, I'm going to come down to Memphis and help you out. Now, I called the man, and he comes down here doing me a favor, and then three punks like Ferris and Latham and Davis try to put the man's eyes out. Now he is laying up in his home there in Nashville, just like he said. I know how it feels. And there are a few people out there that know how it feels too when you can't see. It's something that unless it's happened to you, you just can't comprehend it. It's the worst thing that you can imagine. And now there's Fargo. Now, like he said, I'm sure the doctor told him that maybe there'll be no permanent damage. But for the time being, he's laying in that bed just like I was, with the patches over your eyes, and you can't see anything. You can't watch those baseball games. You can't go for walks. You can't jog like Fargo likes to do. And it's because of three punks like Ferris and Latham and Davis, and I asked for Fargo to come down here. Well, let me tell you something. Monday night, there are going to be some dues to pay, because, boys, when you do something like what you did to Jackie, you got dues to pay. You owe a debt. And Monday night, you three punks are going to pay it, and I'm going to be there to collect it. Now, Fargo's going to be back, but in the meantime, brother, I'm going to do the collecting for Jackie Fargo. I'm going to try to do to you guys. I'm going to try my dead level best that when you say next week on this TV, Lance, that we're going to talk to Ferris and Latham and Davis, that you're going to have to show a little piece of film of those three rats laying in their bed somewhere, and that's the only way we're going to see them out here next week, because you're going to pay for what you did Monday night.
I can understand the personal feeling about it, Jerry, and I know, Bill, that you share the same feeling that Jerry has in regards to the situation.
That's right, Lance, and the Kings of Bet said it all, but there's two ways you can hurt somebody. You can punch him in the nose, and that hurts, and the way we're going to hurt them is take the belts back. The King wants his back, and I want mine. Ferris and Latham, we want the belts back, brother, and we're taking them back, and that's all it is in a nutshell. The only other thing I'd like to say, Lance, is we're going to Blythe tonight and Osceola next Friday. Jerry Lawler, the King, and the Superstar, and Jerry Jarrett's going to be in both towns, okay?
Okay, fine. Billy and Jerry, good luck to you in the title match in there. We'll be looking for it Monday night. We'll be back with more wrestling action coming up in just a moment.